On play action, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there right off the bat. 62 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Here we go. Right there.
Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He's going to, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. On 1st and 10, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, 59 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He is going to find Hill here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. These two teams all tied after 1.
They're running it. Smoke. 45. Mike, 45.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They find some open field here. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. There's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Dancing to his left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Man, easy. Green, triple T. Go. Hey, 5 on the 50.
And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Winston on 4th down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Chiefs take over.
Play to win. Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Yellow.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now left side on the swing pass, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with his second touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete to Jones. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. On the return is Mickens. 51 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just a series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Switch it, Smitty. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, check right 54, right 54. Check the outs, check the outs.
They give it off here to the tight end. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Black 22. Mike. Hey, watch his flat, watch his flat. Watch his flat, watch his flat. 53 to Mike, 53, check 53. Flip. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9. Winston looking for Perriman there. He's got him. A big pickup there. 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Mahomes now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They complete it to Hill. Well, a crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 55 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. We're back now in KC. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll go again to Jones. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, If they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston, rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right? And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They run it. It's Ogunbowale. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Jameis to throw it. He's going to look deep for Perriman, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Winston keeps it himself. Probably helps your confidence level on those fourth down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the first down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Winston now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Winston. And that is incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Winston now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Mahomes going to throw it here. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He completes it to Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. Now Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 51 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up.